If you've ever tried Letterpress before, you know that it can be a very messy and complicated way to create elegant and beautiful looking images and stationery. But what if I told you that the brand new Spellbinders Betterpress makes it 100% easier to create gorgeous letterpress imagery and sentiments on your cards? Hi everyone, I'm Rebecca Keppel and I am super excited to bring you the latest Spellbinders Betterpress system. I'm going to unbox the Betterpress and share just how easy it is to use. I was blown away. This is my first time trying it, and I got beautiful images right off the bat. So first, let me show you everything that's included in this Betterpress bundle. I am showing you the exclusive Betterpress bundle. At the time that I filmed this video, it was not available in the US, but it was still available in the UK. I will link to the bundles, and then I'll link to all the individual components as well. So you get those card panels. There's going to be a Betterpress club kit, and I will be sharing those in the coming months. Here's a little peek at all the supplies that are currently available in this line. You also get in that exclusive bundle a Betterpress plate. These are the happy plates and the dies to cut all these pieces out individually. You get a refill for the black inker, and you get 4 other colors of ink. So there are 8 colors plus black available and refills for all of them. So I'll definitely be buying the refills. Let me just also mention that I bought this system for myself. This was not something that was sent to me. So I just really wanted to try it out because I had used Letterpress before and I always found it really messy and difficult. There's another Betterpress plate in there that has flowers and 2 different sentiments. So you get a couple of items to really get started right away. There are 3 shims and a magnetic plate and a clear plate on top. Now for the magic. Let me show you just how easy it is to create letterpress designs with the Betterpress. So I wanted to show you my first attempt. So here I am reading the instructions, and maybe it looks like a lot, but it really is so simple, and I'm going to show you exactly how simple it is. So there's a stack of plates here, and these are the 3 shims. They go in first onto the base, and those will just place right inside. Then there's this magnetic piece that has the A2 markings and A7 markings, and then you put on top of that your Betterpress plate. So those plates are those metal plates. They look sort of like either dies or hot foil plates. They're a little bit different. And I'm going to lay it right on the A2 piece of the magnetic base. And then I put my little sentiment on as well. On the back of this clear plate that has magnets on each corner, I'm going to tape in this special stationery level of paper that you can get for it. It's a very heavy duty and cotton based stationery that will impress beautifully. I'm going to use one of the ink pads to ink up the image, which is that floral image. And I chose that French blue on the entire floral image. There are other colors available, and you can choose whatever you like the best. The great thing is, for the sentiment, I can ink it up with a totally different color because they are totally different plates. So once I have those all inked up and placed in the A2 section of the magnetic bottom, I flip over that clear plate and it magnetizes on each of the corners to stick down and stay exactly where it's supposed to stay. Once that's done, I grab my die cut machine. I have the Platinum. You can also use the Big Shot if you have that, and run that whole sandwich through my die cut machine. It's very easy. It's not hard at all to crank the handle with this sandwich. And you can see it just comes right out the other side, just like any die sandwich. I take off that clear plate carefully and check it out. I have my sentiment in black. I have my flowers in that French blue, and look at all the details. It's impressed and it has that ink on it. So in typical letterpress former systems, you would use paint, but here we're using ink. It just makes it so much easier. Now they recommend the Ranger stamp cleaner. I have the Hero Arts, and that seemed to work just as well on that magnetic background. For this Betterpress plate, I have the dies that match. So I decided to ink up each of the letters in different colors. So I have the H in the pink, the A in the saffron color, the P in that French blue. I went back to the pink for the other P and back to the saffron for the Y. And then for those little clusters of leaves and flowers, I went for the blue, and for the happy birthday, I went for black. Now you could see I just arranged them on that panel inside the A2 system there. And that's because I have the dies, so I can cut them all out. I decided to run this time back and forth to see if that would work. I loved the first impression. This one was definitely a little bit deeper. So if you want to run it back and forth, you can. If you don't want to, you don't have to. But look at how gorgeous all of those details impress. And then, like I said, I use my stamp cleaner to clean off that platform. It may get a little bit stained, but it won't transfer to your other projects. Now let's use those gorgeous letterpress designs and turn them into cards. So for the happy birthday we just impressed, I will use the dies to cut them out. Now the exclusive bundle comes with this roll of tape that's a perfect washi tape to hold everything in place. You can reuse those pieces. So these are pieces that I reused, and I'm going to use them to hold them on the dies in place and then run them through my platinum machine with my regular die cut bundle. And you'll see they cut out perfectly, and now we have them impressed and die cut. I just smeared my finger across it to show you that the ink really does sink into that cotton cardstock, and you can see my nail catch on the impression. So you're getting a nice, deep, beautiful impression as well as beautiful color. I'm using the Spellbinders small foam squares to pop up each of these pieces on a card. So I have an A2 regular cardstock background. I think it looks fine with the special cotton. I want to save that for my impressing. So I am just using a regular cardstock background. I'm going to start at the bottom and work my way up to make sure I have room for that birthday on the bottom. Then I have the Y and the two little clusters of leaves and flowers. Everything's getting popped up with a couple of little foam squares. They fit perfectly behind each of the letters and the birthday and those little clusters. And you can see how gorgeous the color looks. And there were a couple of places where I actually got two colors on one plate. You could do that on purpose. That would look beautiful as well. I decided to accent the little flowers with little teeny tiny Spellbinders gems. So I have a gold for the saffron, and then I didn't have pink, so I chose a red for the pink letters, and then I didn't have blue, so I chose a silver for the blue letters. And just to add a little bit of extra shine and dimension, but you don't need it, the impression and the color are beautiful just as they are. I am so excited how easy this is. For the second card, I decided to do a little coloring. I was going to color it all in blues to do a monochromatic look, but I decided to go with a very, very light green. I'm using Ohuhu markers, and you can see that the ink is not smearing at all. Not at all. So I think this is a great way to add color to your impressed designs and backgrounds. So then I'm just going to use some Copics to gently color in the flowers. What I wanted was a really light effect, kind of a dreamy effect that didn't take away from the Betterpress lines and details and color that I had already impressed. So I really wanted to keep it light, but add a hint of color. You could go crazy and really color them in, or do something like this, and they absolutely look beautiful colored in as well as just left alone. So I decided to mat this on a light blue piece of cardstock and then call it a day. This I just left as is. It was so easy to create and it looks so gorgeous and professional. I have tried other letterpress systems before, and I can tell you this is the easiest and cleanest way to create awesome letterpress images and sentiments. I was so excited that it worked right out of the box. No learning curve, no tips and tricks needed. You can just letterpress from the get-go. I'm also excited to share that there will be a letterpress club kit with Spellbinders, and I'll be sharing it each month so you can check it out. So don't forget to subscribe down below so you can be sure to see the Betterpress videos that I have in the future as soon as they become available. As always, I want to thank you so much for stopping by and spending time with me today. Please stay safe, stay healthy, and I'll see you again soon. So be sure to subscribe down below so you can be Okay, one more time. You get one more chance. Available. It sounds super weird to me.